welcome back to my channel. My name is Melissa and I'm a hot mom. What makes me hot? I said it, so it's true. I'm also confident, kind. I take care of my baby, my house, my husband. Those are my credentials. I want all of you to be hot moms too. I want all of you guys to feel your most confident and like your best self. So that is what my content is about on this channel. I'm mixing in topics and conversations that are important to us moms about feeling good, about postpartum, about depression, about relationships, but I'm also still mixing in my regular beauty content. Today we're gonna be actually doing this makeup together, which I'm obsessed with, and vlogs, and I'm just so excited to be uploading weekly for you guys here. Longer content for those of you who want to put a longer video on and don't want to be scrolling every few seconds. But today we're actually going to be talking about postpartum depression and how I clawed my way out of depression and how I just made the shift into becoming my most confident self, my highest self-esteem, because I want all of you to feel the exact same way. I have been overthinking my YouTube channel so much because for the last couple months I've been wanting to start filming my videos again, but I'm like, okay, but how do I go about it? Because like, I'm a different person right now. I'm a different person. My Uber Eats orders here. I'm a different person. My content is different. If you're already following me on TikTok and on Instagram, you already get the vibe, but like I've just been through so much and I wanted that to reflect on my YouTube channel. Vlogs are still at my core, but like I was trying to figure out, okay, how can I include all the things that I love? I love beauty, I love vlogging, and I love talking about being a hot mom. I say hot mom, but to me that means staying confident, becoming confident, helping other women, other moms become their most confident self, feel amazing. So finally I was like, okay, you're overthinking this. You're overthinking this. Just like turn on the camera and do what feels natural. So today we're gonna be getting ready. And I asked you guys to send in some topics of things that you want me to speak about. And I wrote it under the premise that it would be like for a podcast, but it's not a podcast, it's for my YouTube channel. But I think what I was trying to get out of you guys is like trying to figure out like, what is it that you want to listen to and watch? Podcast vibes, but for YouTube really, because I'm a video girl, okay? I don't think I'm ever gonna have a podcast because I'm just like such a video girl, and I don't know. I don't know. You never say never, but like I just think I just want to dedicate my time to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And I like more vlog style things. So let's get ready and let's dive into it. Today's topic is going to be postpartum depression and finding our... Hold on, my order's here. Okay, I'm back. I ordered a salad on Uber Eats. I've been really craving a Caesar salad, like a grilled chicken Caesar salad, because I had one the other day and it was so good. So that's what I wanted. And I just opened the door and the guy hands me the order. And like, let's say this is the order. This is him and this is me. I'm like, he's like not letting go. And I'm like, okay. Close the damn door. Double lock it. That was weird. Anyways, let's get into today's video. I wanted to do my makeup and just chat with you guys. I think we should start, since this is like the beginning of the new era of my YouTube videos, I think we should start at the core bottom. Like, let's get into postpartum depression and finding your way out, getting back to who you are at your core, becoming confident again. Because that's the journey that I went on and I want to share that with you guys. I was depressed, you guys. If you haven't been keeping up with me on TikTok or Instagram, I already shared this on there, but I was depressed. It took me quite a bit to get out of that because I wasn't aware that I was depressed at first. I just kept thinking that I was feeling really anxious because the feeling would come and go. Like I would feel really anxious. What I was thinking was really anxious, and then I would feel better. But what I noticed was that the feeling wouldn't leave me. Like I just wasn't feeling good. Like every day I was just feeling like super worried, anxious. And then it got to a point that I just didn't feel happy anymore. And it was the weirdest thing because I would try to think back. I'm using my Anastasia brow definer. I'll list all the products just in case I miss anything. But I actually just picked this up and I forgot how much I like this brow product in particular because my brows are pretty full, but I have little spaces that need to be filled in like here. And I don't know, like I just feel like A lot of people are into the really thin pencils, but this one is like a little triangle shaped and it just works for me. And I can just kind of like shade in what I need. I'll do it a little lighter here. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, I got to this point where I wasn't feeling happy anymore. And I would constantly ask myself like, okay, when was the last time you felt happy? And I was asking myself that because I was trying to figure out how to feel that again. Like even if it just meant like going back to a memory and feeling that. But one, I could not remember the last time I felt happy. And I couldn't remember what happiness felt like. I couldn't remember what peace and happiness felt like. And it wasn't, I don't even know how to explain it because it was such a confusing feeling and time. Because like I had moments where I would laugh and whatever, but I just didn't, like at my core, I didn't feel happy and I didn't know what was happening. And I'm the kind of person like I do take action. So immediately when I realized like, okay, this feeling isn't going away, I started doing everything in my power to start feeling better. You name it, and I was doing it. Like I was going on super long walks, getting my endorphins and getting my steps in, moving every single day. I was eating better. I was making my own food at home. I was journaling. I was meditating. I was listening to sound waves that were supposed to help rewire your brain for depression and anxiety and was supposed to help you feel better. Like I stopped watching television. Like I was doing everything that I possibly could. And it was not helping. And I was like, oh my gosh, like finally like 6 months into it, I was like, I think I'm depressed. And then when I had that realization, I finally realized, okay, I think I'm depressed. So then after I realized it, I went and told my husband like, okay, I think this is what's happening. I think I'm depressed. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. And again, like I was trying, he was helping me through it. And we were trying to figure out like, okay, maybe it's like situational. Like, and I started thinking like, okay, like maybe I don't want to do social media anymore. Like maybe I'm just not feeling fulfilled in my job. Like, but the thing was I wasn't being fulfilled in anything. I was feeling empty. Like I had no purpose. I was feeling tired all the time. I would save up all my energy just to take care of my son because that was the only thing I cared about was like making sure he was good. When he would go to bed at night, I would go and read or fall asleep. Like I just didn't care about, like I felt no joy. I had nothing that I looked forward to as much as I tried. My husband and I thought like, okay, maybe this is just situational. So I was thinking like maybe it's social media. So I would take social media breaks. I stopped doing YouTube. I ended up going back to work like a regular 9-to-5 job, but it was still in social media because I'm like, this is what I know how to do. And every time something good would happen, in the moment, I would think like, I solved it, I fixed it. Like I'm not depressed anymore. It was just situational. Like I'm good. And I would go right back to feeling depressed. I was working for maybe like 6 months. I was working in social media. I was the social media manager for a fashion brand and I loved it. And I was like, when I saw that I loved what I was doing, I was like, but I love social media. Like it's not the social media. Like I think I'm just depressed. Like I think motherhood, like becoming a mom and having that huge shift and having that huge identity shift and just like having my world rocked, and I think things from the past just finally catching up to me, I think that led me down a depression spiral. And again, it took me 6 months to come to terms with it, but then once I finally came to terms with it, I kept thinking that I could fix it on my own. And finally, September of last year, September 2024, I was like, I need to go talk to my doctor about this. Like I need to see what my options are because I'm not getting any better and I'm sick of feeling like this. And I would look in the mirror and I felt like I looked sick. I felt like I looked so not healthy, and most people would be like, oh my God, like you look so great, like you lost so much weight. Deep down, I would think to myself like, why doesn't anyone ask me like if I'm okay? Like I desperately wanted someone to ask me like, are you okay? But instead everyone just kept praising me for losing weight. Obviously, my husband knew what I was going through and he would help me as best as he could, and he works in mental health field. But I feel the only person that truly asked me all the time if I was okay was my mom. Actually, I felt like deep down she felt like something was off, like my weight loss was unhealthy, and even though she did ask me, like I didn't want to put that pressure on my mom. So I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, I'm fine, mommy, I'm fine. Yeah, I finally went to my doctor. I spoke to her about it. She was so comforting. and she let me speak. Like, I don't know, have you guys ever been to a doctor's office where they like cut you off and like finish your sentences for you? I've had that happen to me. Like when I was going postpartum, when I was going through, I was having issues with my heart and my blood pressure, and I went to see this heart doctor, and he would just cut me off and like not let me speak. It was so annoying. But my primary doctor, she just was so patient, and I felt like she understood exactly what I was saying to her, and I was in her office crying. And even while I was in the waiting room, I was like, this is silly. Like, I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna say I'm depressed, whatever. And before I even got into the topic of depression, I told her like, I just wanna get everything checked. I feel so depleted every single day. I feel really tired. It's not normal. And we did blood work. We checked everything. Everything came back normal. I was just depressed. But then finally, after I went through all that with her, then I was like, well, I've also been depressed. Like, I got into it with her, and she listened to me, and she shared her experience, and she shared what my options were in terms of medication and speaking to a psychiatrist and all of that. Ultimately, we decided I would give Prozac a try. The actual name is fluoxetine. Fluoxetine is the generic name for it. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. At this point, like, I feel so crappy that literally I'll just try it. Anything else at this point, because everything else I have tried isn't working. I was really nervous to try it because I came across a lot of negative videos of people experiencing negative side effects from it, so I never wanted to get on an antidepressant. I was like at rock bottom, that I was like, literally, what can be worse? Like, what can be worse than this? Got home that night and I tried it, and I started on the lowest dose possible. By the way, like, you don't have to like start at this crazy dose. I mean, I told my doctor I was really nervous, so we started at a really low dose. That first week, I experienced what they call a placebo effect. Like, you just, because you know you're on it, you're thinking like everything's changing, and I actually started feeling really happy that first week, and then I just like plummeted. And I spoke to my doctor, and we adjusted the dosage, and once we just started adjusting the dosage, that's when I started feeling a lot better. It takes a few weeks for you to really see a difference, but I would say like after a month, I was already starting to see a difference. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful to her for being so patient with me, for walking me through it, for not making me feel like she was judging me. She just made me feel so comfortable, and I really needed that because I was in a space where I just felt like really embarrassed asking for help. I have been on Prozac since then. It's been 8 months now that I've been on it, and I feel amazing. It has changed my life. It worked for me. I'm not saying that you need it if you're feeling depressed or anxious, but like, this is just what finally worked for me out of everything that I was trying. So that's my depression story. When I finally started feeling really good again, I still hadn't entered my hot mom era. This was just like the beginning. I really needed to heal from the bottom up and build my self-esteem up again. And I kind of did that. I wasn't like fully aware of what I was doing, but I kind of just decided like, I'm just gonna tell myself that I'm confident every single day. And I would tell myself affirmations in the mirror every day. I would be like, at first it started very like soft. I'd be like, you're so beautiful, you're so confident, you're doing amazing, you're a great mom, you're a great wife. Like, it was just like soft. And then it got to a point like, I don't even know when the shift happened, but I'm telling you, your subconscious mind is so powerful. And I have become obsessed with reading more about that and neuroscience and how it links to your confidence. And it really is about rewiring what your brain thinks and what it believes in. And I just kept telling myself, like, I am that girl, I am beautiful. Like, I started with soft, I call it soft affirmations. And then I just started getting like super confident. I would be in the mirror getting ready and I'd be like, damn girl, you're that girl. Look at how hot you look. Look at how amazing you look. Like, you're killing it. You put yourself together every single day. You're looking amazing. You're taking care of yourself. You are taking care of your son. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. And then I trickled into my work and I was like, girl, you are killing it in social media. Like, you're doing such a good job. I'll talk about career in a little bit because there was also a little bit of a career shift that clicked in my brain for me. So I'll get into that in a minute. But this is how I started becoming more confident. Like, it started with helping myself first, like getting through that depression. And even though I wasn't feeling depressed anymore, I didn't feel like my most confident still. Like, I was just feeling a lot better. Like, I was just relieved and happy to not feel depressed anymore. So then that's when I started working on my confidence. I was like doing my little confidence affirmations, and I was becoming very mindful of how I was speaking to myself, because we are our worst critics. And you know, you're very critical of yourself, like, oh, why do I always do this or act like this, or not put myself together in this way, or like, ew, why does this part of me look like this? You know, like, we're just critical of ourselves. So I was like, I started becoming very mindful of how I was speaking to myself, and I was like, no. I'm gonna be really good to myself, because what the heck, like, no, I'm not speaking to myself that way. So whenever I would almost like start to think of something negative, like, ugh, why did I look, I'd be like, no, you look amazing, okay? You look amazing, you're doing your best, okay? You are human, but you are also really, really amazing. Like, I would just stop the negative self-talk, because it is so damaging. And I've been doing this for I've been doing this, guys, like for the last 8 months. And I got to a point where I swear it was like one day, this is literally how it happened. At the time, I wasn't aware of it, but now looking back, I was like, oh my God, that must have been the day where like, there was just like a shift. Because I remember when like the TikTok ban happened, we didn't have TikTok for like a half a day or something, and we thought that was it. TikTok was gone. I was so sad. And then when TikTok came back, I was like, oh my God, I got on TikTok and I was like, I am not gonna take TikTok for granted anymore. Like, I'm gonna post every single day. And I was like, you know what? I am gonna post every single day. And I started posting every single day, like just to get back in the habit of being consistent, because you know, I did have a lot on my plate. Like, I'm over here a mother, I was working a 9 to 5, and I was still doing my content. Like, even though I wasn't like super consistent and I wasn't doing YouTube anymore, I was still posting my content because I just love creating videos. I wasn't doing it because I felt like I had to. I literally, once I got my 9 to 5, posting for myself, it was just an outlet for me. Like, I just genuinely love creating and making vlogs and doing my makeup and trying different products for you guys. I genuinely just love doing that. Like, I just love doing it. So then, yeah, when the TikTok ban happened, I was like, and then we got the app back, I was like, I'm not taking this for granted. I am totally going to start posting every single day. I didn't really plan anything out. I was just like, this is what I'm gonna do every day. Like, I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm just gonna post whatever I want. Posting just became fun again. I wasn't like overthinking it, but I was still kind of holding myself back a little bit. This is my thing. Like, for the last 2 years, I felt like I was posting kind of like very vague because I wasn't in a good spot, and I just became like so scared to overshare because I used to share so much, and I was overthinking it. And then one day, I think this was in February or March, or maybe like towards the end of February. I woke up one morning, I swear, like I woke up one morning and I was like, you know what? I feel like sharing my story. I didn't plan this out at all. Like, I didn't have like any guidelines of like, oh, what I wanted to share. I just kind of like started from what I felt like was the beginning, trying to explain to you guys a little bit about my childhood and how I ended up doing social media. I mean, TikTok only allows you to upload like 10-minute videos. So I was doing it in parts, and I remember I shared my story, like the beginning parts of it, and then I was about to end it. And I was posting these in real time. Like, I would film, and then I would start editing part 1, and then I would start filming part 2. But I had to take a lot of breaks because, again, the videos could only be at like max 10 minutes. So as I'm posting it, like, I noticed people were like really into it, and I was like, and honestly, I didn't think anybody was gonna be interested. I think I was just doing it just to get it off my chest and just to share my story. I was like, I think that would be fun to film. And then I started getting into my past relationship and the trauma that I went through there. And I got in this mood that I was like, you know what? I literally don't care. I'm done always having to be the peacemaker, always having to be the bigger person. I literally don't care what anybody thinks. I don't care whose feelings I'm gonna hurt, because nobody cared about my feelings. So I'm just gonna tell my side of things. I'm gonna share what happened to me from my perspective. And I let it all out. And I swear, from that point on, I literally have not given any, I literally don't care. I literally don't care. I say whatever's on my mind now. I have boundaries for myself. You will not cross them. Not you. Not you. I'm just saying, like, people. And I literally don't care. I am completely myself. What you see is what you get. I'm living my best life. I know I'm a good mother. I know I'm a great wife. I'm literally just focused on living a happy, peaceful, joy-filled life. And that is how I feel every single day, right? That is when my content really shifted, because then I felt like I had a purpose. This is like the career talk now that I was telling you guys earlier, that there was like a shift in me, because I finally felt like I had a purpose. Because when I was depressed, another thing that was really bugging me and why I kept thinking like I'm just gonna get off social media is that I felt like I had no purpose. I was like, who am I making these videos for? Who does my content help? Because I felt like I was being so vague and like not really offering anything of importance or anything that would benefit anyone, that I just felt like I was being really hard on myself. And I was like, what is the purpose of this? Because I'm not helping anyone. Like, this is very selfish content. Like, what is the whole point of it? I should just get off social media. And once that shift happened to me, that I like shared my story and that I started feeling so damn confident, because guys, my self-esteem, my confidence like skyrocketed after this, in the sense that like I just finally felt like, oh my God, I love myself. I love myself, I respect myself, and I want every woman to feel this way. And that's the shift that happened. That's what happened, is that all of a sudden I'm like, no, like other women need to feel like this. I cannot let a day go by that I don't remind other moms on here that they are so damn amazing and powerful and beautiful. I need all of you guys to feel the same way as me. I need you guys to feel the same as me, because you deserve it. And when I think back at how low I felt at my lowest, I know that I'm not the only one that has experienced feeling that way. And I was like, no. I need to talk about this, because I need other women to feel better. I need for them to start taking the steps that they need in order to start feeling like themselves. And that is a shift that happened with my content. Like I just started making what I call hot mom content. And I call it hot mom. And I'll tell you what that means to me, because it's not all superficial. Being a hot mom is just like what I say, because it makes me feel good. Like I wake up and I say to myself, like, okay, I'm gonna be a hot mom today. I gotta make hot mom choices. That's what I always tell myself. Like when I'm deciding what I'm gonna eat, I tell myself like, okay, I gotta make the hot mom choices. What did I order today? I did order food, but I ordered a salad. And I ordered a soda, balance. So that is how the whole hot mom thing started. I'm like, I want other hot moms to be in my energy field. Like I want other hot moms to find me and to start taking steps so that they feel a lot better. By the way, I'm using the Patrick Ta blush. Every time I wear this, everyone asks me what I'm wearing. It's Patrick Ta, and it's in the shade She's Blushing. It is the perfect like everyday blush. And right now I'm just putting on the cream, and then I'm gonna do the powder one on top. Actually, I'm gonna use another blush too, just because I really wanna show you guys that other blush. Being a hot mom to me means that you prioritize yourself. You take care of yourself in terms of your mental health, your emotional well-being, your physical self. You move your body, you do things that you enjoy, whether that be getting a weekly blowout, or pampering yourself with good skincare, or going for walks, or reading. I love to read, that's my thing. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, you prioritize those things, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot be a great mother, a great sister, a great friend if you are not taking care of yourself first. So it is really important to me as a hot mom to remind you, other hot moms, that you need to take care of yourself. And it's not selfish. And people that say it's selfish, they just want to keep you down. That's my theory. They are threatened by a woman who is finding what works in her life, who is taking care of herself and making sure that she is happy so that she can show up as the best version of herself. And your kids deserve to see you happy, okay? That's why I say it's not selfish, because I think it's really important for kids to see their parents living life and making good choices the same way you want your kids to make good choices. You need to be that example. So anyways, that is how the whole hot mom content evolution happened. And I feel so good and so happy, because I feel like I have a purpose. And my goal every time I post a video is to make you feel good. I want other moms to find my content and feel like, you know what? If that girl could do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna change my life. Like, I'm gonna start taking care of myself. I'm gonna start feeling happier. I'm gonna start doing things that make me feel good. And that's literally the whole premise of being a hot mom. Hot moms are beautiful on the inside and the outside. Hot moms take care of themselves. Hot moms are kind. Hot moms are not judgy. Hot moms are here to support each other. That is what it's all about. So my goal for YouTube is to go deeper into my day-to-day life, share more vlogs, but also have these conversations with you guys so that we can feel our best and we can be there for each other. I love this like natural-ish makeup. This is natural makeup to me, because maybe you're watching this and you're like a little bit in denial and you're like, I'm not a hot mom, I wanna be a hot mom, but yes, you are. You are a hot mom. Stop that negative talk. That's the first thing you're gonna do, is you're gonna, every time you start speaking negatively about yourself, you're gonna pause and you're gonna say something nice about yourself, even if it's just in your head. But that is how we're gonna stop the negative talk, because that's the first thing you need to address, is all the negative talk. Then you're going to start saying your affirmations. As silly as it may feel, I'm gonna need you to start saying your little affirmations, okay? They work. I say it because it actually works. And I still do my affirmations, because like being a hot mom, it's like any other habit. You don't just build yourself up with confidence and build up your self-esteem and then think like, oh, that's it, I did it. Like, it's the same thing like if you're on a weight loss journey and you lose the weight and you hit your goal weight. You don't just say like, okay, I'm here and I'm just gonna eat whatever the heck I want. Like, no, you have to maintain it. So once you reach your hot momness, your hot mom level of confidence that you want, we have to keep maintaining that. And that is why it is important, as we're building ourselves up, to make sure that you're still speaking to yourself with kindness, to make sure that you're always hyping yourself up. I hype myself up every day. I romanticize literally the most mundane everyday things. Like, I love waking up. I love having my morning coffee. It feels so good. I love putting my robe on in the morning. I love putting my little under eye masks on in the morning. I love it all. You need to stop only doing good things for yourself when it's like a special occasion, when it's a birthday or an outing or a dinner or this or that. No, every day I want you to do something good for yourself, because you deserve it. And I'm telling you, when you start treating yourself like that, there is a shift that happens in your brain with your confidence. And you might not even notice when it happens, but you'll just naturally every day just start living a life with a new perspective and start making choices that make you feel better. And maybe at first it'll feel a little uncomfortable. Maybe at first you're feeling like, ugh, I just want to be comfortable. I don't feel like doing my makeup. Like, sometimes I still wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I want to be in PJs and I don't want to do my makeup. But then the minute I change and I put even like a little makeup on, like even if it's like less than this, the minute I do that, I instantly feel better. I feel more confident. I speak differently. I get more things done. I feel more productive even around the house. Like, even if I'm just doing things like cooking and doing the laundry, like, I just feel so much better. You know what it is? I act like I'm the main, I really do act like I'm the main character. Like, my life is being filmed 24/7 and I'm like looking cute, doing my little chores around the house. And that is how I romanticize everything. That is how I just feel happy every day. You know, like relatively happy every day. Like, that's just how I feel good about myself. It's like every day is worth you looking your best and feeling your best. And that's how I move every single day when I wake up. I'm so happy I got this off my chest. I really hope this is resonating, because I'm really just rambling. I didn't write anything down. I'm really just, God, tell me what to tell these women to help them. Anything that's gonna help them and get this message to them. Literally, that's what I want. Well, thank you for getting ready with me, you guys. We are gonna be doing more of these chats every single week here on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna mix them in with like makeup videos and with vlogs, but I am so happy to be back. I love creating for you guys. I love my hot moms. If you can't wait for the weekly videos, make sure you're following me on TikTok and on Instagram, because over there I post every single day and I'm just so excited to be back. I love you.